How's it going, guys? I got some mail in. It's from HT's EDC, and I got to join the Herd 'em Up. So it's all your folding hunters. It's a pretty cool sticker. Let's see, I'm a member of his canoe crew too, so that's pretty cool. But this just came in the mail, and earlier today I was flipping through the local, I don't know what you'd call it, like a Kijiji or whatever, your local forums for knives, and an old timer popped up. So as part of the Herd 'em Up, I entered a new old knife into the herd. So this one was kind of special. Haven't seen one of these available here for a long time. Now a lot of you guys are going to know right away what that is. But when I was just a kid, probably 13 or 14 years old, must have been 14. There was a guy named Ken Upstone, and I delivered papers to him, newspapers. Anyway, he gave me one of these old knives for a ZZ Top pin that I had on my hat. And we made a trade. So I was pretty young, and at that time the knife was, old. It had, it was in bad shape. It was very dull. It was all rusty. So he put it on his wire wheel, cleaned it up, stuck it on a grinder, and sharpened it up for a guy. I thought it was the greatest thing. I was just a kid. And I had it for quite a few years. And when I was 17 or 18, must have been 17 because I still have my old truck, I broke the tip off. And I didn't just break the tip off, like I chunked it. So I was destroyed because by that time Ken had moved away. He was an old boy then, so didn't know what to do with it. I kept it, and I was at the DAP corner store. It's a little hunting store in the middle of nowhere. And one of the guys said, when the knife guy comes to check the display, just leave it here and he'll warranty it, because they had a lifetime warranty, right? And it was the same knife as this, exactly the same. So I said, sure. I left it with him. And keep in mind that, it was teenered right up, and it was cut off, like right there. It was junk. But it meant something to me. Didn't want to lose it. So I let it go. And a couple of weeks later, the guy from the store phoned me. I came back, and they sent me a trapper, like a trapper. Probably an inch and a bit shorter. And it was, the made in China. I wasn't happy with it. I wanted my knife back, broken or not. But anyway, it came with a nice letter from, Old Timer Schrade, saying that they just didn't have the replacement parts, and they didn't make this knife anymore, so they couldn't do anything with it. So that was 31 years ago. And that trapper is, I think I tossed it or gave it away. It wasn't my knife. It's not what I wanted, so I wasn't happy. It's not that I didn't like old timers, but it wasn't what I had. So this came up, and I looked at it, contacted the guy a couple times, and I drove 80 miles to go get this thing today. And it looks brand new, short of a little bit of age. I don't think it's ever been sharpened or used. There's a tang stamp, Schrade USA 125 OT. It's the Mustang, and it's got the lanyard hole, so that means it's from 1973, and it is the exact model that I had years and years ago, 31 years ago. Now, I've been pissed that I lost that knife for 30 years, and there's no reason why I couldn't have just went and bought another one. I don't know. Looking at this one today, I just got hit with a bunch of memories, so I went and picked it up. Haven't cleaned it, haven't oiled it, haven't shined it, haven't done anything to it. It's as I picked it up a few hours ago, and I'm pretty happy. It's very cool. Now, there's several different tang stamps. It used to be Schrade Walden, and then there was Schrade New York, and then there's Schrade USA. And in 1973, they went to Schrade USA, and in 1974, they quit making this knife with the lanyard hole. They made it for several years afterwards, but didn't have the hole. So I'm more than happy to get this back in the collection. It's awesome. It's very cool. But anyway, thanks for having a look. I'm pumped. Like I say, wanted to get this back in there. It came with the original sheath. Looks like it's been mink oiled, or yeah, it sure has. But it's in great shape too. Now this one, I cannot see myself using, even though I used it a ton as a kid. I'm just stoked to have it back in the collection. There's plenty other knives, other old timers that I could pack and use. But getting this back in my hands, stoked. Super clean inside. Like I say, I don't think it's ever been used. Short of a little tarnish, you know. So thanks for joining me on this. I just couldn't wait. I literally just got home and made this video. But more on that old timer that gave me that knife, Ken Upstone. I was just a kid, remember, and I don't know. I took it over to his house a couple times as I was growing up, and he sharpened it again. And he gave me this old pouch, told me it was a gold pouch from back in the day. It was in his garage by his grinder hanging on a wall. And I've had this in my desk for years and years and years. And now I get to put this old timer back in the collection with it. So that's super cool. Anyways, guys, there's part of the herd here. Here's my buck hammerhead. Not a buck, a case hammerhead. Got this last year. Very cool folding hunter. Here is my latest buck 110. It's the S30V Boss Heat Treat Alaskan Guide. Beautiful knife. I took this out. I took this with me when we got that elk, or I got an elk here with a buddy a couple of weeks ago. And I took that and I took this Muella, and I skinned the half that I was doing with this. I stropped it once and it's still razor sharp. One heck of a knife. Very cool. But yeah, that is my old timer story. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking it out. Hope you dig it as much as I do. Such a cool knife. Now it's got a, probably from the button or something pulling it in and out, but she looks brand new, boys. Brand new. Take care.